What hello people's internet, my name is Kevin and welcome back to another video. Okay guys, so for today's video we have got another book haul, and honestly I was not expecting to have another book haul so early into 2019. I almost said 2018 there, but then I realized it's 2019. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have another book haul, but I have acquired 12 books since my last book haul. So I was like, we're going to do the book haul now so that in the future we won't have a book haul that's ginormous. So we're going to do it now and save myself a lot of effort trying to take a thumbnail with like a lot of books, because book haul thumbnails can sometimes be a full workout, and like, we know me, that's not what I signed up to when I came to BookTubes, so we don't do workouts here. So some of these books are books I've got myself, and then others were ones that were sent to me. So let's just get straight into this and talk about all the books that we've got here. So the first book that I have to show you guys is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and honestly the only reason I've gotten this book is because of Chloe from Books with Chloe. Like, I know this is Chloe's like one of her favorite books of all time, and I feel like a bad friend if I don't read it. So that's why I now own it. I did start reading it, as you can see with some of the tabs, but I did put it down because it is a lot to take, and I want to listen to this on audiobook now as well, because a lot of people have said that I'll enjoy it a lot more if I listen to an audiobook. So I'm going to do that because I really want to like this book. So we're going to listen to this on audiobook so that we can get back into it. I'm also going to read along with it physically because there is parts I know I'm going to want to tab. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what this book is about, so I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't know anything really about this book. I just know Chloe's obsessed with it, and I was like, okay,
I'm going to be a supportive sister and read her favourite book because that's the kind of friend I am.
Next book that I have is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I was sent this by Mayana over Little Wolf Reads, so thank you so much Mayana again for sending me this. I actually did a full reading vlog on this one, so I'll link it up here so you can go watch it. But yeah, once again, I feel like everyone knows what The Cruel Prince is about, so this is working out great for me for a book haul, because I'm not going to give a lot of synopsis to these books because everyone already knows what they're about. So this is just saving me a lot of time, and I'm loving this, so yay me. But yeah, this basically just follows these sisters that get taken from the mortal world into the fae world, and they're humans and they have to grow up with fairies, and like they can't do stuff that fairies can do and stuff like that. That was a really bad synopsis, but there you go, there's something so you know something that it's about. Wow, I can't speak today. The next book that I have is Cress, the third book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and I am currently reading this. Also, I'm currently reading a lot of books. I honestly don't know how I got here, because like, I usually read one book at a time, but like right now I'm reading like 5 books at one time. And I don't know how I got here, and it's kind of scary. But nonetheless, I am currently reading this and I am already loving it so much. And this is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles, as I've already said. And this follows the fairy tale of Rapunzel. So yes, I just love this series so much, and I'm just so excited to get back into this and just read more of it and get it finished. Hopefully I'll finish it in March. I'm pretty sure I will. But I'm loving it so much and I just cannot wait to keep reading. So the next book that I have is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, and this is her new book since The Hate You Give. This is her second book ever, I believe, and I'm very excited to read this book. Like, I want to read this also soon because I've heard many great things about it. And this one, I believe, follows a young girl who is an upcoming rapper. I'm not too sure, I don't really know too much about the plot. I just knew that I love The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, so I wanted to read anything else that she comes out with. So I bought this instantly as soon as it came out, and I'm just dying to read it. I also love this cover so much, and I'm just really excited about this one because I've heard nothing but good things, and yes, that just makes me really happy. So I'm hoping to read this really soon. But as we already know, I'm reading so many books right now. So let's not just add more to my already like insane to be read pile for this month. So we'll read her soon. Not sure if it'll be this month, but it'll be soon. So the final book that I bought for myself this month is The Hunger Games, which is the first book in the Hunger Games trilogy. Everyone knows about The Hunger Games, I believe, at this point, because it's very like a classic in the YA world. I just really wanted to get the new covers and to reread the series, so when I saw this, I just picked it up, and I'm hoping to reread it soon and just dive back into this world and reread it, because I haven't reread it since I read it like years ago when I was in secondary school, so it's been a while. But yeah, I'm excited to get back into it, and this cover is so much prettier than any of the other covers I've ever seen. So we just love a glow up. So the next 6 books I have to show you guys were sent to me by Macmillan, so thank you so much for sending me these books, and I'm so excited for all 6 of them. So let's just get into it and show you guys what the books are. The first 2 books that I have are I Am Thunder and Kick the Moon by Mohammed Khan, and also these colors right now and my hoodie, I don't know why, but I feel like we really stand out together, so I love that for us. These are two books that I'm very excited about. I don't know too much about them, but I have read the author's note for I Am Thunder and it was amazing. I'm gonna read the author's note for you from this because it's just absolutely amazing. In February 2015, news broke of 3 British schoolgirls who flew out to Syria to join the self-proclaimed Islamic State. As a Muslim and a high school teacher, I found this shocking on many levels. The girls, by all accounts, were academically gifted with caring families and friends. So what prompted their disastrous decision, one that would cost them their lives? For someone who has lost a relative to religious extremism, the incident reopened old wounds. So in April 2015, over the 2-week Easter break from teaching, I sat down and wrote the first draft of the book you now hold in your hands. Writing it was painful, but I needed to understand what might lead someone to make those choices. Once I began writing, I realised it was going to be harder than I thought. Why? Because being a Muslim, even a British one, means different things to different people. Musna's daily life is the very real experience of some, but not all of my Muslim students. But her teenage experience is something each and every one of us can relate to, whatever our background. I wrote Musna's story for you, Muslim or non-Muslim. It doesn't matter to me, it shouldn't matter to you. You are thunder, don't keep quiet. That author's note is just amazing to me and so empowering, and I just cannot wait to read it. And this is also his newest book, which is Kick the Moon. This one follows a girl and this one follows a boy, and this one also has a guy who's like really into comics and stuff like that, and I'm just excited to read both of these. I really love the colours on the cover. I think they look really great on camera as well, so they look like great Bookstagram photos, so I'm very excited for that. And I just think they're going to be really amazing books, and I'm very excited to read them. So the next book that I have to talk to you guys about is The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg, and this comes out on the 11th of July 2019. This is an art copy, and I'm so excited about this book, guys, because it just sounds like it's gonna be so freaking good. Like, I have been hyped for this before I even got sent it. Like, I was already like really anticipating it. So when I got this, I kind of freaked out, not gonna lie. I'm not ashamed of it, because this book, I'm so excited to read it. Let me just read a little bit to you guys what it's about, because this book, I'm just so hyped for it. Like, it just sounds so much fun. Welcome to the kingdom, a dazzling fantasy theme park where happily ever after is not just a promise, but a rule. That's all I'm reading to you. Like, a fantasy theme park where happily ever after is not a rule, but it's a promise. I'm sorry, but this is centered in a theme park about fairy tales. Does that not show all of my excitement enough? Because I am pumped to read this. I'm definitely reading this month. I'm too hyped for it. Like, just too hyped. The next book that I have that Macmillan sent me was Renegades by Marissa Meyer, which is the first book in the Renegades trilogy. I don't actually know what the official name is for the trilogy, but this is the first book in that series anyways. And this is Marissa Meyer's new work that she's currently working on, and I've heard nothing but great things about this, especially from Emma Books. I know she absolutely loves this series, so I'm excited that I'm finally going to be reading it. I know that this book follows heroes and villains, basically, where people have powers. You're either a renegade or an anarchist, which is like the two separating systems. Renegades, I believe, are the good ones. Anarchists are the bad ones, I believe. Not too sure about that. And as we already know, I'm already loving Marissa Meyer's other books, so I'm sure I'm gonna love this one too, so I'm excited. The next book that I have is Onshantae, and the cover on this is so pretty. Look how shiny that is. Shiny, shimmering, splendid. We love that. Also, we love a French book because I did French in school, so I want to say that I did pronounce that correctly, but also I probably didn't because my French is kind of rusted. So she mightn't have been perfect, but it's okay. It's the thought that counts. And I'm very excited about this book because, once again, as I've already said, it's just such a pretty cover, but I haven't read many books set in France, and I love France. I love the French culture. I've been to France so many times. I did French in school, and like, I just have a lot of love for the French culture and all that kind of stuff. This one just sounds so freaking good because it has magic. It follows this girl named Camille whose parents die and she's left to look after her younger brother and sister, and then mysteriously her brother disappears and she starts to do magic, and she ends up in the glittering court of Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Like, this just sounds so cool, and it's like historical fiction also kind of too, because it's set in the 1780s, I believe. Hopefully, yes, 1780s. I don't know anything about history, I'm sorry. And it also says that it's like for fans of Les Mis and the Night Circus, and I've read neither of those. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I will love it. And this is on my TBR for this month, so I'm excited to get to it, and hopefully I shall enjoy it. The final book that I have to show you guys in this book haul, and the final book that I've sent by Macmillan, is Opposite of Us. Can we just take a moment to realize that I was literally looking at the book and I said Opposite of Us when the book is clearly called Opposite of Always. So Past Kevin was a mess, so I'm very sorry about that. By Justin A. Reynolds, and now I'm currently reading this. Like, this is the one I'm actually reading right now. Like, I know I've already said I have so many books I'm currently reading, but this is the one, like, after I finish filming this, I'm going to be reading this. Like, that's what I mean when I say it. Like, this is the one I'm currently reading. And I'm on page 41 so far, and I'm just loving it already so much. This book follows a guy named Jack who meets a girl named Kate at a college party, and they start talking, they start getting to know each other and stuff, and then maybe some romance starts blossoming between them, but then unfortunately Kate dies, and this book turns into like the Groundhog Day kind of book where Jack lives in like a loop where he relives the same moments over and over, and each time he tries to see if there's a different way he could save Kate. And yeah, that's what this book is following. I haven't actually gotten to that part yet, but that's just what's on the synopsis, so it's not a spoiler. And yeah, I'm just very excited about this book because I love movies that have like a loop in it. Like, that's kind of like something I really love. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. So I just think I'm gonna really like this book. Also, Becky Albertalli and Angie Thomas blurbed it. So if my queens are already blurbing it, like, I feel like I can trust their opinions. So I'm excited to keep reading. I am really loving it, and I also am obsessed with this cover so much. And this is also a debut novel by Justin A. Reynolds, and it's reading really well right now for a debut. So I'm really impressed, and I just can't wait to keep reading, and hopefully I will love it so much. So there you have it, guys. That is it for my March book haul. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know some books that you've gotten recently, and other than that, I shall see you all next time in my next video. So goodbye, guys.